Welcome back, Johnnies, to episode 2 of Eye of the Storm. I'm Zachary Mahabir.
And I'm Ashley Persaud.
We've got the top stories from St. John's and beyond. We're going to be bringing them straight to you. This is Eye of the Storm. Our first story is about a new health scare that has many Ben & Jerry's fans rushing to dump the product after traces of weed killer were found in the ingredients used for recipes. A new survey from the Health Research Institute found traces of glyphosate in Ben & Jerry's European ice cream line. The company was quick to remove the ingredient from all of its products and aims to find a more, quote, organic dairy line by 2018. The HRI survey found that 13 out of the 14 Ben & Jerry products sampled in 4 European countries also had the chemical in it. Similar levels have been found in U.S. products as well, though they were told by scientists to be a very small amount and not likely to cause a public health scare. Laura Peterson, a spokeswoman for Ben & Jerry's, said that the firm was, quote, disappointed but not totally surprised to hear the results of the latest analysis. In a separate interview, Peterson reiterated that glyphosate is one of the most widely used herbicides in agriculture and is everywhere, from mainstream food to natural and organic food to even rainwater, and that's the issue. The survey found that Ben & Jerry's popular flavors such as peanut butter cup and half-baked in the European Union all contain between 1 and 1.23 parts per billion of glyphosate. Ben & Jerry's is known for having an eco-friendly brand, but this story has certainly hurt that image. However, the company says that its ice cream is still safe to consume since it only has a low level of the herbicide in it for both the European lines and the United States lines.
Hollywood has felt an earthquake this past week, but not due to the San Andreas fault line. Harvey Weinstein, one of Hollywood's greatest and most proficient producers, have found himself in the spotlight after being accused of sexual assault by numerous women who worked for him. Gwyneth Paltrow and Angelina Jolie have also spoken out about their encounters with Weinstein, saying that they were called to his hotel suite where he forcibly laid hands on the women and recommended they give each other massages in his bedroom. Weinstein then threatened to fire the actresses after they individually confronted him about this incident years ago. The producer of critically acclaimed films such as Gangs of New York, Pulp Fiction, Shakespeare in Love, and Silver Linings Playbook have found himself fired from the Weinstein Company that he and his brother Robert started. Unfortunately, Weinstein was not the only name to fall from grace, as Andy Sr., creator of the popular YouTube series Honest Trailers and founder of Defy Media, has been recently fired from after several women took to social media to speak out about how they were sexually assaulted by Sr. Accusations against him have ranged from stalking to assault and go back as far as 2009. Sr. has been fired from his media group, who condemned his behavior as intolerable. This appears to be a snowball effect, with many speaking out on their experiences in support of the victims.
Given the light of recent events in Hollywood, St. John's has stood against such acts with their annual event, Take Back the Night. We have Quentin Levon Husbands there to show us what it's all about.
I'm here outside Donovan Hall reporting at St. John's University, where the annual Take Back the Night Walk Against Sexual Assault is about to take place. We're going to interview a number of students on their thoughts about the event.
I'm the secretary for Habitat for Humanity. We took participation in this event to help raise awareness for sexual violence and domestic violence. As Habitat, we advocate for affordable housing.
I manage a sexual violence services program at Womankind, and we partner with St. John's University to raise awareness, to do educational and preventive work on campus, as well as providing services to students.
I'm president of Habitat here at St. John's, and today we're participating in Take Back the Night for the second year in a row. We actually have a table where we're doing temporary tattoos, in which we are showcasing how a lot of people, especially women and men in college, tend to be sexually assaulted during their time here.
This one that I have, it says every 98 seconds, and it has a little clock next to it. It represents that every 98 seconds an American is sexually abused.
I'm the president of Delta Phi Epsilon, and we're co-hosting the event tonight. Our table has a Jenga game on it where girls can remove the blocks from there and see what it means to build a healthy relationship.
So I sang Till It Happens to You. It's a song by Lady Gaga, and she wrote it because she was personally sexually assaulted. I just really wanted a song for someone in the audience to really feel and know that they're not alone, and it happens to many people.
There's various community resources, whether it be on campus or off campus. If they want to file a report, the T9 or Title IX coordinator, Hannah, Student Wellness, or the Counseling Center, there are off-campus partners or organizations like my own that could be a source of support.
Another successful year with a great turnout of students voicing their concerns and helping raise awareness of sexual assault on campus. That's all we have for you today. I'm Quentin Levon Husbands, WRED-TV.
I'm very happy to see the student body come together to ensure our campus is a safe environment for our students. Special thanks to SOAR and Greek Life for coming together for this event. The Trump administration is back in the news, and it's once again a controversial move on their part. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA for short, issued a notice proposing to repeal the, quote, Clean Power Plan, or CPP. After reviewing the CPP, EPA has proposed to determine that the Obama-era regulation exceeds the agency's statutory authority. Repealing the CPP will also facilitate the development of the U.S. energy resources and reduce unnecessary regulatory burdens associated with the development of those resources. In keeping with the principles established in President Trump's executive order on energy independence, aka putting America first, despite the efforts of the Obama-era CPP, many in the current administration view it as overstepping state rights, despite the U.S. Supreme Court voting it as constitutional. Despite this, it is estimated that repealing the CPP will save about $33 billion by 2030.
We here at St. John's know all saves and misses on both our home field and New York's best, and that's why we have RoseAnn Sapia and Sean Okula on Sportswire to tell us all about it. Take it away, RoseAnn.
Thanks, Ashley, and welcome to Sportswire. I'm RoseAnn Sapia.
And I'm Sean Okula. The New York Yankees season continues. After being down 0-2 to the Cleveland Indians in the ALDS, the Bombers silenced the doubters by winning 3 straight games to take the series. With the best record in the American League, the Indians were the sure favorite to win the series. After the Yankees' bats were silenced in Game 1, and manager Joe Girardi missed an opportunity to challenge a call that cost them Game 2, it looked as if the Indians would easily prevail. But great pitching performances from Masahiro Tanaka, Luis Severino, CC Sabathia, and the back end of the bullpen, along with clutch hitting from Greg Bird and Didi Gregorius, sent the Indians to 3 consecutive losses for the first time since the beginning of August. By taking the series, the Yankees have become just the 10th team in MLB history to overcome an 0-2 deficit in a best-of-5 series. The team is winners of 4 straight elimination games this postseason. The Bronx Bombers' playoff run continues when they take on the Houston Astros for Game 1 of the ALCS tonight, with their sights set on returning to the Fall Classic.
Football season is well underway, and the New York Jets are red hot right now. That's right, the Jets have won their last 3 games. Gang Green defeated the winless Cleveland Browns this past Sunday, 17-14. The first half was ugly, with the Browns missing 4 scoring opportunities. The team missed 2 field goals, fumbled the ball, and had an interception thrown by quarterback Deshaun Kaiser. The Jets' offense did next to nothing in the half, but were able to escape with a 3-0 lead. With a second left in the second quarter, kicker Chandler Catanzaro kicked a 57-yard field goal, the longest in franchise history, to give the Jets the lead. The second half was better for the Jets, with quarterback Josh McCown tossing 2 touchdown passes. One, a 2-yard pass to tight end Austin Seferian-Jenkins in the third quarter, and the other, a 24-yard pass to wide receiver Jermaine Kearse to put the game away. The Jets next battle their arch rivals, the New England Patriots, for the #1 spot in AFC East this Sunday at home.
The Giants continue their surprising winless start to the season, losing to the Los Angeles Chargers 27-22 at MetLife Stadium this past Sunday. The Giants got on the scoreboard first after the Chargers center Spencer Pulley fumbled the football out of bounds for a safety, making the score 2-0 Giants. Giants running back Orleans Darkwa ran for a 23-yard touchdown a few plays later to give the G-men a 9-0 lead. The Chargers responded by scoring a touchdown and field goal to take the 10-9 lead at halftime. The Giants and Chargers traded touchdowns in the third to make the score 17-16 Chargers going into the final quarter. Things turned grim in the fourth quarter after Odell Beckham Jr. caught a 48-yard pass from Eli Manning to make the score 22-17 Giants. With a little over 4 minutes left in the fourth, OBJ jumped up to catch a pass from Eli, fell awkwardly on his left ankle, and had to be carted off the field. Unfortunately, the Giants would learn that their superstar receiver suffered a season-ending ankle injury. Without OBJ, the Giants were not able to hang on to the lead, giving up a field goal and a touchdown that sent them to their 5th straight loss of the season. The banged-up Giants will face the Denver Broncos in a primetime matchup this Sunday night.
Hockey season is in full swing, and the New York Islanders and Rangers are looking to rebound from disappointing seasons last year. So far, not so good. The New York Rangers opened their season with 2 straight losses. The first at home, a 4-2 loss to the Colorado Avalanche, and the second in Toronto, an 8-5 loss to the Young Maple Leafs. The Blue Shirts were able to pull out their first win of the season at the Garden against Montreal, shutting out the Canadiens 2-0. Defenseman Brady Shea scored his first goal of the season in the first period. Red-hot center Mika Zibanejad scored his 4th of the season on a wrist shot to put the game away. The Rangers next play division rival Columbus Blue Jackets tonight. The Islanders have also had a slow start, using 3 of their first 4 games. The Isles were able to defeat the Buffalo Sabres 6-3 in their home opener thanks to 2 goals by Captain John Tavares to give them their lone victory of the season. They were then defeated by the St. Louis Blues 3-2 in a shootout and the Anaheim Ducks also 3-2. The Islanders continue their West Coast road trip when they face the San Jose Sharks tomorrow night.
The U.S. men's national soccer team broke the entire country's heart on Tuesday night when they lost 2-1 to Trinidad and Tobago, disqualifying them from the 2018 World Cup. All the U.S. needed was a tie to qualify against a team that was already eliminated from competing. Trinidad and Tobago scored 2 goals in the first half to stun the U.S. Christian Pulisic scored to start the second half, just outside the penalty area, to put the U.S. on the board. But the Americans were unable to bury an equalizer to end the second half. With Honduras and Panama each winning their matches, the U.S. was eliminated, making it the first time since 1986 that the U.S. men's national team will not participate in the World Cup.
The St. John's women's soccer team looks to snap a 3-game losing streak when they host Seton Hall for a conference matchup tomorrow night at Belson Stadium. The Red Storm are coming off 3 straight heartbreaking losses to conference opponents Marquette, Providence, and Butler, respectively. The difference in each of those contests was just 1 goal. The women are 5-8-1 overall in the season, but just 1-4 in conference play. St. John's women's volleyball team is back in action against rival Georgetown, and we have Anna Kulesa on the court to cover it all.
I'm inside Carnesec Arena where the St. John's women's volleyball team are taking on the struggling Georgetown Hoyas in a Big East matchup. The women are looking for their 3rd win in conference play this season. They're coming off a 1-1 road trip this past weekend where they defeated Xavier for the first time in school history.
The Red Storm and Hoyas were neck and neck in the first, tying the game at 8. St. John's pulled away with 5 straight points to make the score 14-9. Hannah Wagner had her 3rd kill of the set to give St. John's a 6-point advantage, 16-10. Georgetown responded to make it 16-13. Denisha Moss had her 4th block of the set to give St. John's set number 1. The Red Storm continued to dominate in the beginning of the second set, leading 5-0 after a block by Wagner. The Hoyas came back to make the score 6-4. St. John's responded with 3 straight points after a kill by Julia Cass to make it 13-7. The Red Storm ran up the lead to 12 points to make it 22-10. Georgetown gave the Johnnies a slight scare, scoring 5 straight points, but St. John's was able to put it away, winning the second set 25-15. The Johnnies came out hot again, taking a 4-1 lead to start the 3rd set. The Red Storm scored 6 more points to make the score 10-5 after a killer block by Erica DeMalo and Moss. Moss continued her dominating game with another kill to give St. John's a 17-12 lead. The Red Storm ran away at the rest of the game after Kaylee Woods scored the match point to give the Johnnies a 25-15 3rd set win.
The Red Storm put on a spectacular performance, defeating the Hoyas in all 3 sets to give them their 3rd conference win of the season. They next travel to New Jersey to take on another Big East rival, Seton Hall, this Saturday night. I'm Anna Kulesa for Sportswire, WRED-TV.
The St. John's men's soccer team is trying to avoid losing 2 straight games when they host Marquette for a conference event tomorrow night at Belson Stadium. The Red Storm played a tight one at Princeton Tuesday night after 85 minutes of scoreless play. The late goal by Princeton's Jeremy Colvin ultimately proved to be the source of St. John's defeat. Senior Harry Cooksley led the Red Storm with 7 shots, including one that would have tied the game with just under 2 minutes to go. Unfortunately, Princeton goalie Sam Morton stopped the shot, and Princeton came out on top 1-0. The men are 5-5-2 overall in the season and 2-2-1 in conference play.
Well, that's all we have for this episode of Sportswire. Thanks for tuning in. I'm RoseAnn Sapia.
And I'm Sean Okula. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, RoseAnn and Sean. Best of luck to all our sports teams this season. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Put the lights on. Hello?
Goblins and ghouls!
And you look fantastic.
What?
Fantastic? I meant fantastic.
Trump is president!
No!
Sorry.
Mouth breather.
What? What did you do to my son?
Welcome back, Johnnies. The spirit of community is vibrant here in St. John's, and a sense of togetherness truly came out at Spectrum's annual Coming Out Day. We have Alexandria Boyce covering the celebration.
I'm here inside the D'Angelo Center where student organization Spectrum is hosting an event for LGBTQ members and friends and family in order to celebrate National Coming Out Day. Let's go take a look.
So Spectrum is our LGBTQ support group here on campus. Basically, we exist as a support system to the queer and trans students at this school.
It's super important. It's grown so much. I'm a senior now, and when I was a freshman, it was still getting off the ground, and over the course of just like these short few years, it's really expanded into a huge entity.
Last year was actually the first year we did Coming Out Day. It's a national event. Coming Out Day is really just about appreciating who we are as people, celebrating us, and then also celebrating the people that aren't out.
I just came here to help set up, but last year I helped with all of this too, and it's a really great event for everyone.
I was 15 when I came out, and I basically just like ripped the Band-Aid off. I had nothing to lose. With my parents, it was a different story. There was just, to keep it simple, there was a lot of drama with that. But ultimately, like everything's kind of mellow and fine right now, and I'm still their child and whatnot.
Just search your heart, search your little queer hearts, your little questioning hearts, and be comfortable, be confident in who you are. If you're not ready to come out, don't come out, but know who you are and work on it yourself. It only matters what you think. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks.
We have 4 pillars of faith, service, support, and education. We collaborate with a lot of other orgs to basically put the queer trans perspective on whatever topic it may be. That's the way we exist here on campus.
Now that I'm older, I'm super concerned about, I guess, the incoming queer kids that come in, and just hoping that they have a safe space and whatnot.
What a wonderful event to be a part of. It's so great seeing St. John's students come together to support each other. I'm Alexandria Boyce, back to you guys in the studio.
Special thanks to Spectrum for hosting an open and welcoming platform for the people of St. John's. This year was a great success. The tech world isn't looking so successful after evidence begins to pile that Russian hackers may have created ads in order to ensure a Trump victory in the 2016 election. The House Intelligence Committee has released new information revealing that the Russian government took advantage of the blind eye major tech companies such as Facebook, Twitter, and Google had towards their ad buying. The House released the ads this past Wednesday, which listed over 470 Russian agents on Facebook alone buying and creating ads that spread misinformation about immigration, gun control, and Black Lives Matter. There is even more evidence to prove that they meddled in ad buying on Pokemon Go. While Google has not commented at this time, both Twitter and Facebook have acknowledged that their ad content is, as Mark Zuckerberg put it, a beast that can't always be contained. This could mean serious trouble for the administration and Silicon Valley, since the Department of Justice has been investigating whether or not the Kremlin had a hand in Trump's victory in November. Internal investigations will continue. So we'll keep you updated on that as we get more information coming in.
It does look like the tech world isn't the only place stirring with drama. Here to give us a 411 on everything in the world of Hollywood is Julia Remache and Raquel Ringgold.
Hey guys, I'm Raquel Ringgold.
And I'm Julia Remache. Welcome to Entertainment Now. We're here to give you this inside scoop on what's trending in the world of Hollywood. I hope you guys are ready for this first one because things are about to get swifty. So, McDonald's recently re-released the Szechuan sauce they produced as a promotion for the 1990s film Mulan after fans of Rick and Morty demanded it. McDonald's said they would only have the sauce available for just one day and for a limited time only. However, there weren't enough packets, which caused fights to ensue. Combined with the long lines, certain restaurants not having the sauce, and a chaos of devoted fans, people were outraged at how it was handled. McDonald's has since apologized and promised to work on a better, more organized event so that everyone in every universe can get lost in the sauce.
Well,
I don't know about you, but I think I'm the only person who doesn't watch Rick and Morty, so I kind of don't really understand
neither.
this.
And I also don't understand the wait. I heard it was like a 3-4 hour wait for sauce at McDonald's.
I've heard people wait online forever for concerts and for like new shoes, but for sauce?
If I see 5 cars at McDonald's, I can't wait. So, I mean, these people were troopers, yes.
I give them a
They're
lot
big fans.
Yeah, they are.
So last Monday, singer-songwriter Jhené Aiko demonstrated her love for current boyfriend Big Sean by getting a tattoo of his face on the back of her left arm with the caption, "Art is love." To make things even more interesting, this happened only a week after finalizing her divorce with ex-husband artist known as Dot DeGenius. The two have been together since 2004 and filed for divorce in June 2015, citing irreconcilable differences as the reason. Jhené Aiko and Big Sean have been dating for a year, making it official October 2016, with Jhené Aiko saying Big Sean is like family to her, and have not only been friends for a while, but they've collaborated on other projects under the moniker 2088.
Wow.
So, I mean, a tattoo of a face
I know.
is a big step. I mean, they've been together for almost a year.
I think a year is a good time, but like, I don't know. A tattoo of a face?
Yeah.
It's permanent.
I mean, maybe if he gets her face on his arm
Maybe.
too, or
It'll
they
be
both
even.
gonna do it, because that's just a little, I don't know, a little much, but I wish them the best.
Me too. So, the Kardashians are back in the news, and it seems like that family's about to get much bigger. Not only are both Kylie and Khloe expecting their first children, but it is now noted that Kourtney might be too. But as Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott get ready to become parents, Tyga, Kylie's ex-boyfriend, has been stirring up some drama. Now, the Kardashian clan has stated in the past that they are glad that Kylie didn't run off with Tyga, and that Travis Scott, while not perfect, will make a good husband and father for Kylie. The Kardashians and Jenners also say what a great guy Scott is to Kylie and think that he treats her right. They also criticize Tyga when comparing him to Travis Scott, saying he is nothing like Tyga, and he doesn't have any obvious financial issues. He doesn't go behind Kylie's back. Tyga, though, couldn't keep the topic alone and said he would tell everything for the right price. When speaking with TMZ, he told them, "You gotta pay me to talk," and cut the check. Following that, Tyga took a photo on Snapchat with the caption, "Hell nah, that's my kid." The Kardashians have been doing their best to squash the rumors, with Kim being the most upfront about it. I think Tyga's being a little extra.
Tyga.
Just a little bit.
Tyga already has a kid.
Wow, I did not know that.
He's really getting excited over this, and I don't know. There's so many rumors and so many sources. Is it Kris Jenner? Is it a housekeeper who's saying all these things?
I don't know either.
We don't even know if the pregnancies are true yet.
Yeah,
no one's confirmed that for sure.
Wow. I mean, I hope all the babies the best, though. That's all I can say for that.
So, looks like Tyga isn't the only one in financial trouble. Usher filed legal documents on Tuesday in an attempt to dismiss the $20 million lawsuit over accusations of giving a Miss Laura Helm genital herpes. He says his accuser had assumed the risk of contracting a sexually transmitted disease when she decided to have unprotected sex. Usher's torn, and the attorney Steve Sato stated in the document, "To be perfectly clear, Usher is not asking the court to pass moral or societal judgment on the plaintiff. He is only seeking the correct application of the legal doctrine of assumption of risk as interpreted and constructed in Georgia's appellate decisions." Helm initially sued the singer for only $10 million for the claim, but increased it to $20 million after testing positive and for facing years of medical bills and emotional damage. Usher has repeatedly denied giving anyone the STD, adding that the women suing him were liars, TMZ reported. The singer never confirmed that he had herpes.
I just heard that Usher apparently has this for at least a decade.
You know, I kind of feel bad because Usher was one of those artists that was just, he had a good time and he mentored so many other artists, and then this happens.
I know, but I also feel bad for the girl, but at the same time it's like, maybe you shouldn't have unprotected sex with a celebrity.
There's always something.
There is. Now, we can't talk about any gossip without Donald Trump ending up somewhere in it. Unfortunately for Sports Center anchor Jemele Hills, she has been suspended after advocating on Twitter for NFL fans to boycott Dallas Cowboy games if they stand for the national anthem. This tweet said, and I quote, "This play always works. Change happens when advertisers are impacted. If you feel strongly about JJ's statement, boycott his advertisers, or how about not patronizing the advertisers who support the Cowboys? You can watch and do that, right?" 2 days later, Donald Trump posted out a tweet in response to this tweet. Why is the NFL getting massive tax breaks while at the same time disrespecting our anthem, flag, and country? Change tax law. Jamel has in the past gone against ESPN's policies and has referred to Donald Trump on Twitter as a white supremacist. Jamel was worried about this before, as her statement does not reflect ESPN's view on the topic. Hill acknowledges this and admits that it was inappropriate. Wow. Well, there's always an issue with Donald Trump and free speech these days.
Yeah, now Donald Trump in the NFL. I don't know, I feel like the two, politics and football, are just so separate.
And it's been going on for a while now with the NFL.
Yeah, a few weeks it's been going on, so.
I don't know, I heard he's recently been tweeting like we need to look into why news sources can say everything they are thinking, which is a little
interesting
crazy,
way
a little
to think
absurd.
about.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the entertainment news we have for you this week. Be sure to tune in next time for more Entertainment Now. I'm Raquel Ringgold.
And I'm Julia Remache. Back to you guys.
Thanks, guys. We here at WRED-TV were given the great opportunity of getting an opening night preview of Chapel Players' The Addams Family. We have Missy Dunlop there to let us know how it went.
It's October, so that means one thing for the St. John's University Chapel Players. It's showtime. Tonight, we're outside of the Little Theater checking out The Addams Family musical. Who's ready for some spooky fun? Let's go check it out.
Spinnicky wants to marry me.
What?
Lucas Spinnicky loves me and he wants to marry me.
So what does it mean to be an Addams?
The Addams Family is super dark, super twisted, but also hysterical. And they have their weird little traditions, so it's really cool to be
I think, as well as all of that, what it means to be an Addams is really just being true to yourself and not worrying about anyone else's opinions of you, even if it's other members of the family. Like if you have a certain opinion but they don't agree, it doesn't matter. Just do what you want, what makes you happy.
Gomez, you do tell me everything, don't you?
Of course!
Oh my, you're perspiring.
No.
Dear, I hope you're not coming down with a case of liar shingles.
So what is it like being the boss of the Addams Family?
It's very, very fun. It's a very empowering position. Morticia is all about family pride and not being afraid to be who you are. And she also, although she's a little stern, she does have a fun side, and she just really encourages everybody to be proud of who you are.
So how many hours hair and makeup? No hair, but makeup.
Yeah, usually this is taken probably an hour and a half each night. So I get here early, and they put the bald cap on, and then they glue it down, and then just for good measure, they glue it again. And then they paint this, and they paint my face and my hands and everything.
It's an extensive process.
Yeah, it is.
So we're here with Huxley Addams. Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm good. So, did you actually want to poison your sister?
Yeah, because I'm going to miss her when she goes off with her new boyfriend, so I just really wanted to ruin the whole surprise of her getting married and make her tell the truth to everyone.
Well, I can sure tell you that the Addams Family was a 10 out of 10 and a snapping good time. From the Little Theater, this is Missy Dunlop for WRED-TV. Back to you guys in the studio.
Well, that's all we have for this edition of Eye of the Storm. For all the latest content, like us on Facebook and YouTube, and follow us both on Twitter and Instagram at WRED-TV.
Also, be sure to check out the new WRED-TV.com to keep up with all of our episodes and find out how you can be a part of our productions. From all of us here, I'm Zachary Mahabir.
And I'm Ashley Persaud. Have a great week, everyone.